Now they are changing and Johnny Etias and Fufo Biawa. That is a bonnet and a easy. A person only NPP for Cabo Nomudi. Easy for you now. To be fair for her, I'm going to be easy for you now. Any of our holding in our moments are empty. We are all living here. And we expect, sir, more be on my back. As some I can very simple. Easy for the free. NPP did the idea. Carrying this from 1 hour. Yeah, but see about your horn also. Ghana police work a crumble and Mama Swat. Say political parties, getting a free. A bayer, sir, Momo Biaquano Yanamaha. And by Mayana, they said, Obey quality any results. Yeah, Pamacho. A chance you remember that. Obuasi.
The weekends.
It's your best sermon. Say every aqua. Monto Horna, Mode Albano, Umian to not yet more be acquiring mammy a day. And Manama, I got a point in say, sir, Ochina, easy for call. So, Ochina, what you say? Hey, I was a easy leave I go by me. I'm the easy leave I go by. Now, easily back on Obana, no go remember baby, a good show.
And I press back.
Okay, so we want to tell all Ghanaians. We want to tell all Ghanaians. So my name is My name is Lawyer Evans Amankwa. I am the Director of Legal Ashanti Region for NDC. We have been here since 8 a.m. in the morning. Some of our members came as early as 6 a.m. in the morning. We were here because we were coming from Kumasi since 8 a.m. and nothing has gone on. We have made a lot of press conferences here and there. We have responded to the baseless allegations by some NPP members. At this point, we want all Ghanaians to know that the time here is 6:55 p.m. We don't have a single person in this hall from the Electoral Commission. And every single member of NPP too has left the hall. We want all Ghanaians, we want to put it on record for all Ghanaians to know and understand that there is nobody in this hall at this particular moment. And for that matter, we are also leaving the hall. Nothing went on today. There was no Re-Collation or declaration of any result today. In fact, what the EC put on record from the police detective training center here was that today they were going to deal with Ahafwano North from Ashanti region, Ahafwano South, West from Ashanti region, and Obuasi East from Ashanti region, as well as Techiman South. None of them went on. They wanted to continue the Nsawam Re-Collation and declaration. It did not come on. So we want to put it on record, nothing of that sort came on today. As we are leaving the hall, we don't expect anybody to enter this hall nicodemously and connive with the EC to Re-Collate and declare anybody. We want to put it on record. And the media, as you stand here together with us, you are all aware that there is nobody in this hall. As we say, there's no EC member. They have packed all their bags and baggages and they have left the hall.
This is not the only place they can go and collate results. I mean, there are a number of places anyone has thought can go.
This is where they designated and invited us to come. If they go nicodemously to any hall, it means it's here we are protesting that it is illegal. If they should go any other place, then it is criminal. Very criminal. And that cannot be done in this country.
Thank you very much.
So we said this NDC MPs. NDC MP for no more corn. NDC MP for. I'm not made a more corner. It's almost say for them and then mobile saying issue more fears as I say something issue if you ask into for them day to their living. They don't want anybody to come and connect with anybody said we be blow so massive. You know, they've given what they need to say. Omaka there some to make a check Ghana for into. Ghanaian needs to listen to them and see whatever that what they've said, Menti. Utia said for them no, they've left here. They don't want anybody to come here again. So maybe yes some any badges in my beer and some day I'm with you as a point. That means we are also to me the office for make sure that NPP for no mum to be a bed back at Gada one side watching this from Daily Watch TV. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video to everybody. See you guys in the next video. The AC Fono are the one living. AC people are the one they've left the place. See AC Fono Omoko. Yeah, they've left the place for the people. You know, yeah.
And you realize that there's no activity going on currently. We don't know what the plan is because as we speak, the EC officials are still seated here. The police are around. The NPP executives and agents are still around. And we have also been here. It looks like they want to play some kind of a game because after the press conference of the national chairman of the NDC, we expect the EC to respond to it and withdraw this particular illegal exercise and call for an emergency IPAC meeting. We've been here several hours after that press conference and we have not heard anything. And so we want to draw the attention of the people of Ghana that we do not support this exercise in the first place because we have been told by the Electoral Commission and the NPP that elections are won at the polling station. What are we now doing at the police station? Do they want to win at the police station now? This place is a training center for detective officers. And that is why you all see that it is the CID boss who has been in charge of the place. And she's taking direct instructions from Bossman Asari. We're here, she showed her phone communicating with Bossman. Does she work for the EC or she works under the IGP? And so we are saying that this exercise must come to an end now. Let everybody vacate this place. If the Electoral Commission has anything to do, they should call for an IPAC meeting to resolve whatever issues that there is. We are going to continue to be here, even if it will cross to midnight. We will be here, and we won't allow anybody to continue with this illegal exercise. We wanted the media to have this on record, and that's why we called you today. Okay, I think you want to say something.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this facility belongs to the CID. And it is also strange that the police officers deployed here are controlled by the CID boss. A while ago, she wanted you people out. You, the media. What it means is that I didn't want Ghanaian people to see what they are doing here. The pink sheets that they are bringing here for Re-Collation or whatever it is are not in ballot boxes sealed by any political party. There are pink sheets that are in, they've wrapped into bags and they are sleeping with it, coming out every day and said the EC copy is authentic, accept it. To redeclare and collate. Our business here, I've seen Facebook and everything, our business here is not about the NDC. It's about Ghana. It is about every individual's vote that must be protected. Every individual's vote that must be protected. People have traveled long distances with their family to go and cast their one vote. And that one vote must be protected. And I stand here to say that the NDC is desirous and have the will and energy to protect every single vote of every Ghanaian. And this is why we are here. I want to ask whether the chairman of the election security, Dampari, whether he is aware that the CID boss is using her facility together with Bossman to conduct this illegal exercise. Already yesterday, 3 constituencies were declared for the NPP, including one that had already been declared for the NDC. Today, what was planned was to declare more that have been declared for the NDC, and planning that tomorrow they do for Greater Accra, things that have been declared already. I don't see why people should sabotage Ghanaians, their fellow Ghanaians, in this way. Election must be won at the polling station, and all Ghanaians know who have won at their polling station. And each of these votes will be protected. We will stay here and ensure that it is protected. Everything that is being done over here is illegal. And I think my chairman general has said, all security officers that will be engaging in this will be sanctioned. He has said it in his press conference. I'm just quoting again. Will be sanctioned. We are saying this because this is a crime and must not be added. Some illegal orders must not be taken. Ladies and gentlemen, please understand what we are saying. Ask the EC where their pink sheet come from, why it's not in boxes. We've sealed things. Why is the NDC not informed until we discovered that this facility exists? Thank you very much. Madam, we want to talk. No, you crown it. No, you are going to crown it. You are going to crown it.
Well, our Ghanaian family and the international community who so much are desirous, just as we are, that this election will end peacefully. Madam Jemensa said it is finished when she declared for President John Dramani Mahama. Our question here is, what are we doing in a police station, CID training center, where Madam Faustina acted as though she is the National Women's Organizer of the NPP. 2008, results were declared. Results came through the fax, you remember, and mysteriously they disappeared. And there was refaxing of results from certain constituencies in Kumasi, where if the voter population was maybe 80,000, the ballot count was about 120,000. If you all have that institutional memory, remember 2008, we voted thrice, the first run, second run, and third, because they fell short of some numbers. We want them to know that there shall not be a repeat of 2008. We want the right thing to be done. EC officials, you cannot bring us pink sheets that are out of the box. You cannot be robbing us, cheating us, and ask us to keep quiet. That will not happen. We will not sit down for you to, overturn the verdict of the people. If you succeeded other years or previous years, this year you shall not succeed. We are now appealing to the IGP We want to know whether they are in charge of security or they are in charge of elections. We want to know if the center is Electoral Commission center. If it's not, then anything being done here is illegal. Re-collation and re-declaration of results that have been declared at the polling centers is illegal. And Madam Jemensa is the RO for presidential. We are supposed to have our declarations at the various constituency collation centers, not bringing constituencies, Tepa, Mankranso, and what have you, Obuasi East. And that Obuasi East is also very interesting. If you see the video of the time that the declaration was made, the MP, the outgoing MP, signed the results. He signed it himself. He was standing by the EC, the NDC, the incoming MP for Obuasi East was also standing there, and declaration was made. So you've made up your mind to now try and re-declare constituencies that have been declared. Let nobody call him or herself, or we are Democrats. That's what I heard from the micro-minority leader, what's the name, Afenyo Markins, saying, they are going to even audit the presidential results. We want you to know that we are not animals, and we are not going to sleep. So for the peace-loving Ghanaians, we are here rather to protect our democracy. You cannot use the police. You cannot use Madam Faustina, the CID boss of this training center, to bulldoze your way, to do illegal declaration. In fact, the exercise itself at the center is illegal. So we are asking that they should stop. Let the emergency IPAC meeting come on, Madam Jemensa. If you mean well, do so. Because what you are doing here amounts to illegality. And I think that for me as a woman, we've been through this. It's been days and nights without sleeping. It's because of our children. It's because of our sisters. It's because of the aged. People went out there to vote. I saw pregnant women in the queue. I saw women with babies in the queue. I saw old women in the queue. I saw people living disability queuing to vote. The Ghanaians have spoken loud and clear. We will not allow anybody to change that verdict. Any pink sheet that is not locked, sealed in a ballot box, we shall not accept it as a political party. Thank you very much.
So my colleagues, they have said it all, but want to put it on record. You might want to understand the brain behind our rejection of Re-Collation. The law is very clear. The CI 127 stated very clear about how collation is conducted at the collation center. Now, when they finish collating the results and you are not satisfied, what you do that you can ask for Re-Collation at that point before the returning officer declares the results. So, but as soon as the returning officer declares the results, you don't have any right to ask for Re-Collation again unless you proceed to court. It's very clear. But what we are seeing now is that a returning officer declares results, then Electoral Commission, in connivance with NPP, are now calling for Re-Collation in a different jurisdiction. That is clearly illegal, and we are not going to respect it. That's why we told them what they did yesterday with the Fantiako North was was completely illegal, and we are not going to respect any bit of it, because the returning officer declares the results, and at the time he was declaring the results, the so-called deputy returning officer was standing by him, didn't say anything. But yesterday he came here and stood here and said, because my returning officer is not there, I'm also declaring. And I thought the security here should have arrested him, because this was an imposter, a criminal, who should have been arrested and put behind bars. But what we have seen is that it's like crime is being condoned here and abetted by the same security who are supposed to be arresting criminals. This is what we have seen, and we are very clear in our mind in that. And I'm happy my national chairman In fact, the winning national chairman, that all police officers who have found themselves culpable in these dastardly acts will be prosecuted. They will have to answer questions. And you saw it when the bailiff was here to serve Arnaud Dompré, they prevented him and aided Arnaud Dompré to run away from the bailiff. We also, your cameras capture it. This is not the Ghana we are all looking for. This is a Ghana we are looking for where law and order prevail, not because of political parties. And I continue to tell them, if you want to play politics, remove your uniform and come and join us. I don't want to be in the security service, so I'm in my political suit. That's how I am. But you cannot be wearing the uniform that is provided by you by the state and you hide behind it to misbehave as if you are a politician. We won't take kindly with it. Our government that is coming in the next 30 days will not take kindly to this. If you want to be an NPP women organizer or youth organizer, remove your uniform and go and join them. That one we are very clear in our mind. Don't come and aid an illegality. And that is why we are saying that no exercise whatsoever will be allowed here. And as I'm speaking, my national chairman is very clear. With his instruction, any attempt to start him, he will be here himself. He will be here himself to see the officers who are aiding those illegality, and we'll take them on from there. Ghanaians voted for us. Don't forget, we got 56.55, unprecedented in the history of the Fourth Republic, and counting. By the time they will bring the 9 constituencies, we would have got 57. That should be at the back of their mind, that we have a clear mandate from the people of Ghana to rule this country and change the destiny of Ghanaians, and to change this kind of behavior that is going on, that is crippling and to destroy our democracy. We are going to stop it and we won't allow it.
You just mentioned, it's made up of that of the security. So if you end up, issuing caution to them, you are equally telling them that their vote doesn't...
Fred, I am saying that we have very fine security officers. Are you getting it? No security officer is allowed to go by unlawful orders. If somebody gives you an unlawful order, you are trained to defy it. A bailiff is an officer of the court. He arrived here to serve somebody, and the security were preventing him from executing the order. What is your order, your verdict on it? Your cameras were capturing them. She was sitting down here giving orders, asking that they shouldn't serve it. When it became clear that they were ready to serve the gentleman, she ordered that the gentleman should be escorted, and police officers were escorting Arnaud Dompré out. What is your verdict on that? What is their interest in that? Today, because NDC has won, if NDC has lost, and I'm saying these people, they would have bundled me somewhere. That is their behavior, and we are saying we have to stop it. That is not the Kwame Nkrumah Ghana we all envisage. We said rule of law must prevail, not unlawful orders. That's unlawful orders they gave today. And that is why my national chairman put it in his press conference. He put it, you saw the press conference today. He indicated it and mentioned the set DCOP that she should be very careful with her behavior. It's becoming one too many. She's too interested in this political arena. And that is not the Ghana we are envisaging. Right, that is why we are asking.
No, wait. Thank you very much for Tanko, what he has said here. This message still go to you, the media. Please go and educate the people the reason why we are here. Not only from us. Do that. Uncles, you do it. Thank you.
Our brothers from the NDC. Before then, we had the national chairman address the press. There is one thing that we have to correct. If our brothers are not very abreast with the laws that governs elections, we've continued to hear the words illegality, Re-Collation. Let it put it on record that what is happening here is not a Re-Collation. And what is happening here, it is not an illegality. We have the CI here. We heard them say that if pink sheets are not under lock, they are not going to accept them being assembled. And we want addressed by the NDC national chairman. And here we also heard our brothers in the NDC who are represented here addressing our good friends from the media, and they clearly mentioning some words that we need to correct them. We have with us the CI 127, the law that governs elections in Ghana. We're talking about Re-Collation and how things are illegal or perpetuated here. We all know the reason why we are all here. Elections are conducted, yes, true, and won at the polling station. We do appreciate that they accept the fact that the representation of NPP in the election petition in 2012 has taught them that lesson, that elections are won at the polling stations. That is true. They mention that if the result that is collated here is not in the box, they would not accept, or they would not agree to the fact that these things be done here. Let it put it on record. It is by law. If they go and read CI 127, Regulation 39, 3B, all political parties are given copies of the pink sheets. All political parties are given copies of the pink sheets. What are the reasons for giving political parties the pink sheets? Is it that they knew that today they will be standing here to say what they are saying? That is why they have organized their people to go around and destroy electoral materials, forgetting that copies of these materials are given to political parties per the CI, as I quote. In CI 127, Regulation 39, 3B, very specific. So we stated here, there is no Re-Collation that is being done here. Even our laws doesn't speak about Re-Collation. The only thing that is counted in the law is recount. We are doing a continuous collation where collation was not done properly, where collation were not ended, where collation was done under duress, where collation was done at the behest of the NDC. So we are not condoning with any illegality. If they know, they should go and read the law. For the record, this is a police station, right? They are questioning why a collation should be done at a police station. They should go and check the gazetted police collation centers for the 2024 elections. Tatali Sanguli constituency, the collation center was the police station. We are here because they have sent in their hoodlums, causing chaos, doing all manner of things that is illegal and inimical to this, our democracy. And media has captured all these things. We are here for the safety of the individuals, the safety of officers, the safety of the citizens of Ghana, to have this exercise done and declarations are made so that the Electoral Commission can go ahead and gazette so that we will have a new president sworn in. For us, we are not here to threaten the police. We are not here to threaten the police. We are here to speak to the law, and the law must work. No individual has the individual right to threaten this nation. Let us all be set and know that political parties are there to govern and go. They will go, others will come, and they should set a good record when they are leaving.
You mentioned that there are a number of collation centers. Yeah, he's done.
Others will be speaking, perhaps. Yes.
So I want to ask a direct question to you.
2012, I was the IT director for the Zabzugu constituency. My good friend here, the deputy director of elections for NDC, was the director of elections in the northern region. Collation was completed at the regional EC office, which was manned by the military. I was there personally. It's not that I'm reporting from anywhere. In 2020, the collation of Zabzugu, same constituency, was done in Tamale. So the collation of resource is done as a designated place. But when you go and disrupt the place and there is anarchy, insecurity, the Electoral Commission can choose a place that is secured enough to protect the vote of every individual in the country.
So is there no place in the Eastern region secured enough for this exercise?
Is there any bad thing at the police station here in Tesano where we have asked people who are Ghanaian citizens, who protect our lives, who does our internal security, cannot protect an internal coalition of resource? Is there anything wrong with that?
You know, in the Eastern region, the EC office wanted to do this coalition. We were there. And what happened there was an eyesore. The same hoodlums prevented a peaceful, continuous coalition of the results. We went 2 times. This was also moved to the Kufuria Sectec. But we couldn't do it because of this same insecurity. And that is what informed the EC to transfer this coalition to this place where adequate security can be provided. So let nobody think that this thing happening here is illegal. How can it be illegal if all these police officers and the security measures has been put in place? How can it be illegal if the police high command have not accepted and agreed with the EC that this should be done here? These are key questions we must ask when the NDC say that it is illegal. And I'm sorry to say that threatening police officers who are doing on their line of duty won't help our nation. So they should stop those things. They've won the presidency. We agree that. Let us move on as a nation without violence, without threatening. Let us move on. Let us go to our parliament. Those who have won, let us count. If the NDC believes that they've won these seats fairly, let us allow the EC to do the collation. When they are done, if they believe they've squarely won it, it will come out and everybody will see. Why are they preventing the EC to do their job? This is unacceptable. We must have one nation with President John Mahama as a leader. He's now elected as the incoming president. We will all have to support him in his bid to rule this country and make Ghana a better place for us all. So why do we threat people? Why do we threat police officers doing their work? Government will go, government will come. We should respect these legal processes. And that is all I think we want to say for the NDC to understand.
With respect, yes, with respect to Obuasi East. Yeah, with respect to Obuasi East case, this same attitude exhibited by our friends from the NDC is what has led us here. Unruly behavior, attacks by thugs and hooligans prevented collation and official declaration at the Constituency Collation Center. In my case, for instance, I'm the MP and parliamentary candidate for Obuasi East for the 2024 parliamentary elections. Collation was done at the constituency level. Re-Collation was done upon the request of the NDC people. The outcome of the 2 collations were the same. I won the election by a margin of 19 votes, and we were waiting for official declaration when the whole hall was besieged by thugs and hoodlums of the National Democratic Party, who came and threatened the police, who came and threatened the PC and his supporters, who came and threatened the Electoral Commission officials. Some officials were beaten. The MP was at the gunpoint to sign the collation for declaration, illegal declaration to be done in favor of the NDC candidate. And you call this a fair process, and you call this something we should allow to stand in the books, in the statutes of the country, then I'm afraid for the future elections. So at the regional level,
the NDC were invited to bring their pin sheets. So were the NDC, the NPP parliamentary candidate. We went there with our pin sheets. Re-Collation was done. NDC refused to come and have been invited by the headquarters, EC headquarters, for Re-Collation to be done. And you said this location is not a designated or a gazetted collation center. The EC may so decide where they find a secure and a serene environment, because collation is minds work. It's not, collation is not done by hoodlums who come wielding machetes and guns to threaten everybody at the police station. My divisional police commander told me that my only options left were my life and the seat. I should choose one. Corroborated by divisional operations commander, corroborated by municipal crime officer, and you call this one a safe country, you call this one a free and fair election. Please, let's do the right thing. Let's follow the law.
All right, so members of the media, we thank you so much. Thank you. We as a party, we stand very firm. We are not going to be intimidated by any call. We are not going to be intimidated by any individual. We will stand for the law, and we will be here. If the commission so decides a continuation of that particular process, we are going to be here, and we know that the law will prevail. Thank you.
Thank you.
You would have an opportunity to brief the media exactly what went on, and whatever he will say would not be something that he's making up now, because the media were present at the Obuasi East Collation Center, and I have watched media reports on TV when the EC returning officer declared the results. So, lawyer, I think you can go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen of the media, I am dumbfounded by the serious allegations made by the Obuasi East MP. Why am I saying so? I was at the Collation Center on the 8th of December 2024 when they were collecting the results. 14 polling stations. Our polling agents failed to sign and gave reasons of overvoting. The returning officer intentionally overlooked on those polling centers. When collecting the results and realized it is still in favor of NDC, he gave the numbers that belongs to NDC to NPP and that of NPP to NDC. So when our agents was about to sign for the declaration form, he realized the differences that has been made and drew the attention of the returning officer. We were all there. So it brought a lot of tension in the collation room. So the police who were present took the returning officer from the collation hall and placed him in their car. After engaging the two political parties, including the sitting MP, we realized that the returning officer has intentionally turned the results. So the MP, the sitting MP, agreed that they should bring the returning officer to do the right thing. When the returning officer came, he consulted the sitting MP. All the police, the divisional commander, the district commander, and the media were all there when the right thing was done on the pink sheet. When it was done on the pink sheet, it was the sitting MP himself who signed that declaration form. And who was having that gun? Was it the police? You see, that is why I said I am dumbfounded about the allegation being made by the sitting MP. because you don't sign. You see, if you look at the video, I have it here. It's in the domain of the media. And if you want it, we'll release it so that anybody who sees the video would authenticate the veracity or otherwise of the claim by the Obuasi sitting MP. Because you cannot sign a pink sheet, a declaration form, take your copy and go back and come and say that you sign under duress. That is preposterous. And that is serious for our democracy. He said he is claiming that he was invited to the regional coalition, the regional EC office for us to bring our peace. That was not what happened. You see, what is going on was exactly what happened at the regional EC office. I was there. He knows I was there. When we went there, we told them that Obuasi East constituency elections has been declared. And declaration of elections, when has been done, it's like a court judgment. You have to obey. Now, if you have any issue, you can go to court with it. The returning officer was there. We had media men there. So are they saying that no media man could capture an NDC tag or whoever who was holding gun under his head? You see, we need to state facts. They are claiming that NDC tags were all over the place. That was the reason and the basis why they brought the Re-Collation. They said it's not Re-Collation, it's continuous coalition. What kind of continuous coalition is that? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. In Mankranso, 5 NDC supporters were shot and 1 was killed. They were denying the fact that the person who was killed was an NPP member. That is false. As we speak, Nimo is in the morgue, and it was NDC who placed him in the morgue. When they were shot and they were bleeding, we wanted even the district ambulance. The DC there refused so that we can take them to hospital. In Tepa, Ahafo North, let me say it to the media today. When you see all this police station we are talking about, when we collected the results of the presidency and they realized that the president has won, because if you check Ahafo Southwest, Mankranso, the president-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, won. And in Ashanti region, any skirt and blouse is in favor of parliamentary candidates, not the president. So when they realized that the president has won, they started the shooting. It happened in Tepa. Tepa, when they collected the presidential results and realized, it was then that the military came in. And do you know the funny thing that has happened? When the military came in and there were chaos, everybody ran for his life or her life. And the district election director left her phone over there. And we had custody of that phone. And if you see the kind of conversation, WhatsApp conversation that has transpired between the NPP parliamentary candidate and the district election officer of that constituency, it will marvel you.
Is it an invasion of privacy?
What kind of privacy are you talking about when your phone that has conversation? Nobody has invaded your privacy. You left it over there. And you see, in law, in criminal law, no matter how I get the evidence, when it is supporting my facts, if it is invasion of privacy, you can take me to court for invading in your privacy. But when it is supporting my case, it's better. No matter how you get that information, even if you steal it, when I finish, charge me for stealing. But now, that WhatsApp conversation is supporting our case in Tepa. And when you read the WhatsApp conversation between the election, the district election director and the MPP parliamentary candidate, it's an issue of love affair. And it was she who ordered the parliamentary candidate to bring the military inside And now you are here telling us that NDC tax are all over the place threatening people. That is not true. So please, Obuasi East, the parliamentary candidate, who is the sitting MP for NPP, he signed a pink sheet and he's saying that in camera, and media men was there, and he is lying to the extent that it is under duress. It was not under any duress. He signed it willingly, and when he was being declared, his opponent was being declared, he was standing by him. So we want to put all these things on record, that all that the NPP is saying is false. They are all false, and for that matter, here that we are, it is a detective training center. It is not a coalition center. And if you look at what the director of CID, who is in charge of the detective training center over here, is doing over here, the media will attest to that fact. The media will attest to that fact.
Okay, so I still want to engage
It's like the woman is behaving like an NPP woman organizer, and that is something we are against that. Thank you.